This show is sponsored by printbymagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing card. Hello and welcome to the Magic World Review Show. I am James Anthony, owner of magicworld.co.uk, and today we're going to be reviewing just one product. It's a quick review today, Psychology for the Mentalist by Andy Luttrell, and then I'm going to be providing a very, very special offer on two products of ours which are very, very well known. One of them is a CIPHER deck, but the second one is a more of a hidden gem, the Deadly Mark deck, the world's first touch mark deck, fully touch mark deck, using a very unique system. Each deck takes 50 minutes to make. So this is going to be a special offer at the end as well, and I'm going to talk you through one more product which we think is definitely worth a mention this week. And also, for last week's winners, they were announced in the show last week. So for the Aquatica decks of cards, you will get your cards as soon as we've shipped out the pre-existing Kickstarter orders. So as soon as we've got those orders out the way, we'll get your prizes out, I promise you. So let's get started with Psychology for the Mentalist by Andy Luttrell. And this retails at, I have to look really down, £28.49. I do that because I have no contact lenses in today and I cannot see a thing. But £28.49 for Psychology for the Mentalist. Now, if there's a trailer for this, we'll click to it right now.
Hi, my name is Andy Luttrell and I'm the author of this book right here, Psychology for the Mentalist. I wrote this book for the mentalism community based on my experience studying and doing research in social psychology. I'm a PhD student in social psychology, and I've also had a long history of magic and mentalism performance. I've been interested in it since as long as I can remember. But once I started to study social psychology, I started to realize that there were a lot of connections between the kinds of questions psychologists have been asking for a long time and the things that would be of interest to mentalism performance. And I started to put those two things together. Now, I'm not the first one to say there's a connection between psychology and mentalism, far from it. But I have noticed that in the past, when people ask for recommendations for information about psychology within the mentalism community, a lot of recommendations get thrown around, but not all of them are really rooted in psychological science, the answers that scientific methods have been able to tell us about social psychology and people, human behavior, thought patterns, and so on. So I wanted to compile a bunch of that research and weed out all the stuff that wouldn't really be of interest to mentalism. And so I put all that stuff into this book here, and over the years I've written quite a bit of stuff. Now, I should note that this is not a book full of tricks. I know that there's a lot of people who are looking for exactly that. There are effects in here, there are premises, ploys, subtleties, even covert methods for various things. But really the value is in the compilation of psychological, scientific solutions to various things. You'll see information about lie detection, subconscious influence, being able to manipulate people's choices, know how poorly people are able to predict their own futures, and so much more. There's a ton of stuff in here, and it's super well referenced, so there's quite a large reference list at the end of the book. If you're interested in psychology, this is really where it's all at. And I would encourage you to take the time to actually read and digest the information in this book. It's not the kind of book that you'll be able to run with right out of the box. You'll have to sit down and think about some of these things to find their way into your own performances. So I just thought I would make this video as an opportunity to say hello, introduce myself to the mentalism community because I'm not already a name that's established within that community, and tell you a little bit more about why I embarked on this project.
Awesome book for learning about the psychology for a mentalist. Simple as that. So if you're into mentalism, mind reading, you want to be like the Mentalist and the TV show, Patrick Jane, you want to be like Derren Brown, then if that's something you aspire to either go into or you're an existing pro, then this book I would highly recommend. Now, so far I've read 3/4 of the book. I'm not quite through the whole amount, but I've skipped through the last few pages just to see exactly what is contained inside it. So far, I'm really enjoying this book. I am sort of in the psychology area, but I'm a hypnotist, a totally different thing, but I do clinical hypnotherapy, and I'd say that a lot of the tests and psychological side that they go through with here, the experiments, are definitely of interest to me. Now, what I note about this book is that it's not just good for psychology for a mentalist, but it's also good in sales, in both promoting yourself. There's many techniques to up and improve the rate in which your success of contacting customers, getting replies, improving your sales value and your height. So maybe that's something that's not mentioned on the cover of the book, but certainly is an additional benefit for me. I found, cool, if I just change a phrase of this, I'm going to get a higher outcome and percentage of this. Now, while psychology and all this is not always 100%, he says it at the beginning, 100% documented. Sorry, not documented, that's wrong. Everything is documented, everything is related, and everything is credited as to when the experiments took place. But of course, these are quite specific experiments that he goes through and he talks about that were set up in different situations. So nothing is 100% reliable in that terms, but you might find some hidden gems where it's 80% reliability, and it's worth taking that little bit of an extra gamble because you can always get out of saying something quite easily. But if you've got an 80% chance of getting a hit, then you're going to take that chance. So I'd say that from what you're covering in this book, you're getting a lot of really cool things. It goes through also the NLP side of things. It goes through imagery, visual imagery, how our mind is affected by visual imagery. It goes through, one ahead, scribble subtleties. It teaches you a few mentalism effects that go along with each of the effect. It's got some, not puzzles, but sort of shapes and things in the book here, and why one would have a certain name than another, and for some reason 80% of people would call one of them a certain name and the other one a different name, and nobody can explain throughout the whole of the different languages and different countries why one shape that has sharp edges is more known to be this name than Kiki than Buddha. It's weird. So it's something that is worth delving into. You're going to get a lot out of it, if not just for sales, also for predictions, for taking a few more risks within your mentalism side of things, and for all sorts of dual reality ideas. So yeah, I'd say this book is highly recommended. That's where I'm going to probably finish on this. I'd say it's £28.49. I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, and the rating for this book this week is quite simply, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Because so far, I'm really enjoying the read. It's flying by the book pages. I've definitely got some good information from this. And definitely something that I could take not just for mentalism but also onto my sales side of things for my companies. So there we go, Psychology of a Mentalist, a great book. I think it's his first book, but don't quote me on that. If it's not, I apologise. By Andy Luttrell, forward by Patrick Redford. Get yourself this book if you're into mentalism, if you're considering it. Highly, highly recommended. There we go. Let's move on to part 2 of the review show. Boom! Part 2 is a special offer. Okay, so the special offer this week is we're going to offer you the CIPHER deck, which is normally £25. This is the marked number deck, and it also comes with 100 minutes of video footage and 7 routines PDF by Mark ELSDON. So that's normally £25. Then we have the Deadly Mark deck, the world's first fully touch mark deck using our system, printed onto bicycle cars using our unique systems of Print by Magic. This system allows you to tell what any playing card is just by running your thumb from one part to here. So in one straight line, I can tell that's a 4 hearts. Thank goodness I was right, putting myself on the spot. 10 of clubs. Boom. Quite simply, there is an invisible triangle here, and in here we have invisible UV dots. These dots have been printed. They take 50 minutes to make this one deck of cards, but it's coded in a way that if you feel that there's 4 positions from this spade to this spade, if you feel a dot here, that's an 8, that's a 4, that's a 2, and that's a 1, you add up what you feel. I can feel an 8, I can feel a 4, and I can feel a 1. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's a king. Then along the top, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, that's a club. And there we go, the king of clubs. It's so easy that after just literally 3 or 4 minutes, you will find yourself just rubbing your thumb up from here and knowing exactly that that is an 8. It's that easy. With this, there's some incredible tricks you can do, but also the markings are practically invisible. Under most situations right now, even with a bright light on it, they're probably invisible. But That's the only thing, is a bright light you have to worry about. In most situations, even with daylight, this is just a regular deck of cards. I hand these cards out to people, they use them. But imagine the possibilities on stage, being blindfolded and being able to tell what the next playing card is. That is the Deadly Mark deck. It was one of the best sellers at Blackpool a couple of years ago. But the trouble is, we cannot release it on a large scale through wholesalers around the world because it costs too much and takes too much to make. These retail at £25, but today the special offer is you can get this for £20. You can also get this £25 trick for £20 simply by buying them both together. By going to the Magic World website, add this to your shopping cart, add this to your shopping cart, the links are in the Show More section, and it will automatically remove £10 off your order, and if that's not good enough, it will give you free shipping. So you are getting an awesome Invisible Mark deck and the CIPHER deck, which is brand new, just come out, and you're getting £10 off and free shipping. This is very limited time only. It's only going to be online and available until this Friday. If you are watching this video after this Friday, you can still get the offer. You need to go to a web page, which we put the link in. You need to type in your email. And if you do that, we will then send you the hidden offer page for these products. But the main offer is only available till this Friday, so make sure you grab it quickly. That is it. The last thing I want to show you is a book that we've not reviewed yet fully. I've been reading, and I think it is phenomenal. Here we go. Stand Up Card Magic by Roberto GIOBBI. A lot of people ask, how can we move and change the Elmsley count to work from down here to being displayed up here where the trick is displaying your face at the same time. For stage, that is very much a requirement. That this is the area that people are looking at. They don't want to be looking down here while you're on stage and talking. This book covers all of that and then some. Simple as that. It is an amazing book, Card Magic for Parlour and Stage, that is documented the same way as Roberto GIOBBI's past books. Wonderful pictures, great documentation all the way through, and I've read a few of the tricks in here. The tricks are really strong too. So you're getting an amazing amount and value for money for this book, and it's had rave reviews all over the internet. So without doing an official review today of this, I would say get yourself this book. You will not be disappointed. Yes, it is almost £50. It's £48.99. But in my opinion, this is a book that you're going to be going back to for years to come, that will be on your shelf and you will cherish. So I would say Stand Up Card Magic, Roberto GIOBBI, get yourself that, add it to your library. You will not go wrong. So there we go. That is the end of the Magic World review show. Thank you very much for watching. No competition this week, I'm afraid, but the competitions will return next week. And yes, we are getting closer to our new shop as well. Our new shop, we might even be getting the keys in the next 20 days or 15 days. So touch wood. So if everything goes well, yes, we are going to be slowly moving from where you see right now to a beautiful new magic shop in Manchester. So thank you very much for watching. We'll keep you updated on that move. And I'm James Anthony. Have a great day. See you soon. So guys, number one thing is though, please don't forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button on the YouTube channel if you liked even a tiny bit of this video, because that's what keeps us going, is your support. And we promise that anyone who does subscribe, we will continue to send special offers, do competitions, and keep this channel going for a long time. So thank you very much for your subscribing. Please share this video with as many people as you can, all your YouTube, Facebook friends. Just send it around the internet. Let's grow this subscription channel even further. So thanks again for all your support. Ciao for now.